guys, welcome back to the channel. Happy New Year, all of you. So, in this new year, we are going to continue with the A1 lesson that we had started. If you have not watched the first and the second lesson, you will find them in the live section. Yes, so this is the third lesson of A1. So enjoy, make sure to follow till the end, and then you can share with your friends who would like to learn the language. So let's begin. So in this lesson, we're going to do personal pronouns and verb conjugations. Okay, this is lesson 3. I had already prepared something for the class. So in this class, you're going to learn two things: personal pronouns. Number 2, it's verb conjugation. If you have any question, you can write them on the comment section below. Yes. So let's begin with personal pronouns. Okay. Personal pronouns. And what are personal pronouns in English? Okay. Personal pronouns, according to this picture, is personal pronouns are used to replace nouns and refer to people and things that have already been mentioned. They reflect person, number, and gender. Okay, so a personal pronoun is used to replace nouns and refer to people and things that have already been used. Okay, so for example, you say, I bought I bought a car. Okay, full stop. Then you want to talk more about the car. The car is beautiful. For example, the car is beautiful. Then you want to talk more and more about the car. The car was, for example, expensive. Yeah. So instead of you repeating the car, the car, the car all through, what you can use is something called personal pronouns. Okay. You can use a personal pronoun to replace the car. Okay. For example, in English, I bought a car. Okay. So instead of saying the car, repeating the word car again, you can just say it is beautiful. Okay. Then here also, instead of repeating the car was expensive, you say it was expensive. So it in this case is the personal pronoun that you can use instead of repeating the car. Okay. So they reflect, okay, wait. Personal pronouns are used to replace nouns and refer to people and things that have already been mentioned. So since the car has already been mentioned, that is why we can use a personal pronoun. I hope you have understood that. So examples of personal pronouns in English. Um, in school, we have learned English and we have learned personal pronouns. Okay, so in English we have singular and plural. Okay, then we have something called the first person, which is I, then the second person you, then the third person is he, she, or it. Okay, this is the singular. Then in plural also you have the first person is I, in plural is we, and then the second person is you, in plural is you. Okay, then the third person is he, she, or it, and all of them they use they. So in German, it's totally different, and that is what you're going to learn in this lesson. So there's a picture here. Okay, so the first personal pronoun in German that you're going to learn is ich. Okay, ich. Here is ich. So ich, according to the picture, there's one person. So ich, I. I can try to translate it for you here. So ich, I. Okay, I. Then we have du. Okay, du is you. Then we have er. Er is he. Then we have z. Okay, z. This z is a small s. Z, which is she. Then we have s. S is it. Okay, so this one, ish, I, the first person. Okay, do, you, the second person. Then we have he, she, it, er, z, and s. Okay, so the plural of I, ish, is we. Okay, I, we. So in German we say wir. Wir, which means we. The next one is du, you. So you, what's the plural of you? You is when you're talking to one person, and the plural in English will say you all, and in German is ihr. Okay, so ihr. Pay attention to the pronunciation. Ich, wir, du, ihr. So also one more. In German, there's a formal way to say you and an informal way to say you. So do, this do, the first one, is an informal way. Okay, what do you mean by saying informal? Informal is when you're talking to your friends and family members, somebody that you already know. Okay, so what is the formal way of saying you? Is z. Okay, note the different. The z that you have said, that means she here, is small s, and the one that I'm referring as formal is capital S. Okay, so this is you, but used in formal situations only. And what do I mean by saying formal situations? Formal situations are situations where you're talking to your boss, your stranger, somebody that you don't know really well. Okay, let's continue. Then we have the third person, which is er, he, sie, she, s. He, she, it, er, sie, s. So this one, they share one plural, which is they in English. And how is they written in German? Sie. Okay, so don't get confused. We have learned three types of sie here. The first z has a capital S. Okay, if it has a capital S, it means you in the formal situation. The second z is she, and it is written with a small s. And the third z is they. Okay, the plural of he, she, and it, they. Okay, he is coming, they are coming. Okay, so three, don't get confused. So these are the personal pronouns in German. I hope you have understood them. They are very easy to memorize as long as you read them constantly. So ich, wir, du, ihr, sie, ihr, er, sie, es, sie. Okay? Now, let's go to the second thing, verb conjugation. Okay, number 2. In German, every verb has to be conjugated. Okay? In German, every verb has to be conjugated. Okay, and how are these verbs conjugated? They are conjugated according to the noun or personal pronouns which we have learned. Pronouns. Okay, so in German, every verb has to be conjugated according to the nouns, okay, or the personal pronoun. I'm going to show you how you do it. So in German, there are two types of verb. Also in English, there is the regular verb, okay, there is the regular verb and the irregular verb. The regular verb is called regelmäßige regelmäßige Verben. Regular verb, regelmäßige Verben. The second type of verb is unregelmäßige Verben. Unregelmäßige Verben. So we're going to start with the regelmäßige Verben. Okay, regelmäßige Verben. So here is a list of regular verb, regelmäßige Verben. We have lernen. So these are some of the first verbs that you're going to learn as we do the language. So lernen, sagen, singen, wohnen. It's a list of these verbs. We are going to try and do each one of them. Okay, we start with the first one, lernen. Okay, so I prepared a table, lernen. So what's lernen? Lernen is to learn or to study. To study. Okay, let's use to learn. To learn. Okay, learning. So we said that these verbs are conjugated with the noun or the personal pronoun. So how do we conjugate it with ish? I. Okay. How do you conjugate it? How do you conjugate it with ish? Okay. So what normally happens? Let's write learning here. We have learning. So when you're using ish, I, okay, this is the present. Whatever we are conjugating here, it's the present tense, and it cannot be used with the past tense. The past tense you're going to learn as you continue, okay, present tense. You're going to learn as you continue. So everything that you're learning here is the present tense, okay, learning. So if I want to say I learn, or okay, I am learning. Okay, I learn or I am learning. How am I going to say? So I is ish. So how will I conjugate learning using ish so that I can use it to make the sentence? So what happens is the en. Okay, first of all, the verb is learning, and if the verb is like this, it has the en at the end, we call it infinitive form. Okay, we say that the verb is in infinitive. It is in original form, in an easier way, original form. So the verb is either infinitive or original. So we want to conjugate it. And how do you conjugate it? Using ish. Okay, so what happens is the en. Okay, first of all, a verb in German is made up of two things. Okay, we have lernen, okay, which is the verb stem, and then we have the en, which is the ending. So this is the verb stem, then learn, then we have en, which is the ending. Okay, so what changes while conjugating all verbs in German? It's the ending, and sometimes the verb stem also changes. So we have learn, we have learn, we have learn, which is the verb stem, then we have the en, which is the ending. Okay, so what in regular verbs, what changes is only the ending. Okay, so when you put this verb together, it's learning. So what we're changing is the ending. So what happens is, when you're using ich, what goes is the ending. Ending is en. Okay, so when you remove the en, sorry, let's remove the en. I want to highlight it so that you easier to understand. So the en, the ending. So what happens is, you remove the en, you add an e, so it becomes lerne. Okay, ich lerne. Okay, so ich lerne. In short, only the n goes in ich. In the other personal pronouns, the en will go all together, but in ich, only the n is going. So we say ich lerne. Okay, ich lerne. So in ich, we have an ending e. Okay, an ending e. So ich lerne. So we can try another verb. Another verb is sagen. Okay, sagen. Sagen is to say. Okay, to say. So it becomes ich sage. Okay, because we said only the n goes. So the n in lernen goes, highlighted. In n in sagen also goes. In ich only. Okay, yeah. So let's use another verb. We have kochen. It's a regular verb. So kochen is to cook. Okay, kochen is to cook. So if you want to conjugate it, the verb using ich, it becomes koche. The n goes. So the n goes. We can use another verb, trinken. Trinken is to drink. Okay, so how will it become? Yes, trinke. Trinke. So what happens is the n goes. So what is the purpose of conjugating all these verbs? Okay, what is the purpose of conjugating the verb? The purpose of conjugating the verb is to form a correct sentence. Okay, for example, you can take ich lerne. Okay, we say ich lerne. When I say ich lerne, I mean I am learning, or I learn, the present tense. So what we are conjugating is in the present tense, not the past. The past you're going to learn later. We are conjugating in the present tense. Okay, so when you conjugate, the purpose of conjugating the verbs is to form grammatically correct sentence. So ich lerne. Okay, ich sage. Sage, to say. I say, or I am saying. In German, when you want to form a sentence, this is what happens. You begin with the personal pronoun, then then the second one is the verb, then the third one is the object. Okay, object. You can also say, instead of saying personal pronoun, you say subject. Okay, so for example, ich lerne. Okay, so ich is the subject, lerne is the verb. Okay, then you find something for the object. Ich lerne. I am learning, I learn. Okay, ich lerne. So for you to use this verb here as the second position, this verb has to be conjugated according to the subject. Okay, so since the subject is ish, you have to conjugate the verb using ish, and that is what you are trying to learn here. Okay, if you use ish in a sentence, you remove the n in the ending, then you remain with the e. So ish learning. Okay, so we can use another example is spielen. Spielen is to play. Okay, so we remove the n, we remain with spiele. Okay, then another verb is schwimmen. Okay, sorry, schwimmen is to swim. You have to swim, schwimmen. Schwimmen is to swim. And if I want to conjugate schwimmen with ish, it's the same. Just remove the n, it becomes schwimme. Okay, schwimme. Ish, schwimme. That's it. It's easy. For ish, it's easy to memorize and learn. Okay. So, what you can do with these verbs, you can, okay, after we finish conjugating each for the other personal pronouns, I'm going to let you write the list down so that after the class you can go back and review it because it's important. Yeah, let's continue. Let's go to do. How do you conjugate do when you're using do, which is you, informal? So what happens is the verb stem, the en, okay, goes. Let me write it here. So we have lernen again. This happens to all regular verbs, and the regular verbs are the ones that I'm going to give you. Okay, so we have lernen. So what happens is the verb stem en goes, okay, and for do, so it becomes, what happens, the en goes, then you add st, so do lernst. So for do, the verb ending en goes, then you add st. Okay, st, that is what happens. So we say lernst. Okay, for sagen, the en goes, sagen, the en goes, all of them, the en goes, then we add st, so it becomes sag, then you say st, sagst. Also kochen, the en goes, then it becomes kochst. Okay, kochst. Then we have trinken, to drink, the en goes, it becomes trinkst. You add st, trinkst. Spielen also, en go, then it becomes spielst. Then schwimmen also, the en go, it becomes schwimmst. Schwimmst. Yeah, that is the trick. It's good when you make time and try to memorize them. Okay, then it becomes easy. Er, sie, and s. Er, sie, and s are conjugated the same way, all of them. Okay, they are conjugated the same way. Er, sie, and s. And what happens is the en also goes. Let me write here. Let's use sagen. Okay, also the en goes. This for regular verbs, it's all about the ending. Okay, the ending that goes. So the ending goes, the en goes, and then for air, after the ending goes, you add a t, so it becomes sagt. Okay. Also for z, also the same, sagt. Then we have s, sagt. Okay. So let's come back here. So for learning, the en goes, then you add a t, so it becomes learn, then you add the t. Okay. The en go, sagt. Kochen, en go, kocht. Trinken, en go, trinkt. Spielen, en go, spielt. Schwimmen, en goes, schwimmt. Okay, that is what happens. For er, z, and s, everything is the same. Okay, they have the same verb conjugation, no changes. It's the t. The t is the trick. The ending goes, then you add the en. Yeah, so like that. Okay, so we have done for ich. We have the ending e, do, st. Then for s, we have the ending t. Okay, so before we continue, let's cut this part. Yeah. So this is the first person, second person, all singular, right? So ich, I, do, you, er, sie, yes, he, she, it. So this is how they are conjugated. Okay. Now we can do for plural. We have translation. We have the verb. We have now the plural. We have via. We have ia. Okay. Then we have the z. Okay, the z, which is the formal u. The formal u. Then we have the z, which means the small s, which means the plural. What happens is with via, we, which means we, there is no change. Okay, the verb remains as it is. So we say wir lernen. Okay, then the next one was sagen, remain, no change. Then the next one was kochen. Let me write all of them. Kochen, we have trinken, we have spielen and schwimmen. Spielen and schwimmen. Yeah. So let's conjugate. It remains the same. So we say wir kochen, wir trinken, wir spielen, wir schwimmen. Okay. Yeah. So the conjugation remains the same. Also for the z, that means formal u, it's the same also. They remain the same. You see, it's easy. Lernen, sagen, sie kochen. Okay. Trinken, spielen, and schwimmen. Yeah. Also this one, z, for they, the same. They don't change. Lernen, sagen, kochen, kochen, trinken, spielen and schwimmen. Yeah. So for the formal wir and sie, the same. The one that changes is ear. And what changes is the ending goes, the en goes, then you have the t. Okay? The t. Only the t. Like for as es. So here becomes lernt. We have sagt. We have kocht. We have trinkt. We have spielt. And we have schwimmt. Okay? Schwimmt. So these are the conjugation. It's very easy to master. Just have to give them time and practice constantly. Be consistent. Okay? In practice, then they will be coming automatically. It's not hard. You see, even the plural part, it's easy. Okay? There are many similarities. So yeah. Practice, practice, practice. Yeah. Conjugate these verbs. Okay, so that we can have grammatically correct sentences. Okay, it's for grammar. Okay, also you can say for meaning. Okay, this conjugation carries a lot of meaning. How? For example, if I say wir spielen, okay, this sentence alone in German, it means we are playing. Okay, we are playing. First of all, note, do not ever try to direct translate from English to German. Okay, or the vice versa. We are playing. In English, we have how many words? 3 words. We are and playing. In German, you have 2 words. Wir spielen. We have the subject and the verb. Okay, what is we in German? You write. What is are in German? You write. What is playing in German? No. So, what we have learned here, it has meaning. Okay, it has a very strong meaning. Okay, for example, we are spielen, we are playing. Okay, sie sagen. Okay, since it has a capital S, you are saying the formal situation. For example, when I say spielt, he is playing or he plays. So it carries meaning. That's why it is important for you to master the conjugation. It's for grammar, okay, that the sentence can be grammatically correct, okay, and also it has meaning. It carries the meaning in a sentence, okay. So that's it for today. So what happens next is that you can try and conjugate the following verbs. The verbs are a lot. So lernen, we have done. Sagen, we have done. Singen, we have not done. So you can try singen. Wohnen. You find out what's the meaning, okay? Find out the meaning of the verbs and you conjugate it. So singen, leben, gehen, kommen, machen, hören, lieben. We have done spielen. Okay. Trinken, you have done. Kochen, you have done. Schwimmen we have done, and the last one is studieren. Okay, so you can try and then conjugate those verbs. Okay, conjugate each verb. You go through first the whole thing, the whole lesson again for understanding. Then after that, you can try and conjugate the verbs that you have that we have done. Okay, so if you have any questions, okay, questions, if you have any questions, one, you can write on the comments, okay, on the comment section, or you can send an email, okay, here to this email, yeah, suminigermaninstitute@gmail.com. So what you can do is you can do the conjugation, okay. You can take a photo, for example, if you have done in a book and you have written yourself, you can take a very nice photo and send it to me through the email, then I can correct and send you back. Also, you can send it to me as a Word document through the email, then I will correct it for you. So I hope you have understood everything, and yeah, choose. Thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video so that it can reach a lot of people so that they can learn. Yeah, this course is for free. Okay, and if you are interested in one-on-one classes, you can also reach me on that same email. Yeah, thanks. Thank you for watching. Bye.